Hi, this is the Kitten from the Kitten and the Goat and Kendal. I love helping beginners. I get it. I really get it. We hate sewing up. We would rather cast on and start all over again and let the pile grow in the corner. We hate sewing up. So today in our little technique video, I'm going to show you how to easily sew your seams together to get a nice, flat, even finish. Let's have a look, shall we?
Down a little alley in the heart of Kendal town is a tiny independent yarn shop. Welcome to the wonderful world of the kitten and the goat.
I've scrabbled about for a few things that need sewing up. When I finish, I like to leave a long tail so I can use it to sew up and I don't have a knot or anything in between. I don't normally like to sew with this great thickness of yarn, but it's what we finished up with. So you want to put a finger underneath there so that you can bring the two edges close together, and think of it like lacing up an old-fashioned corset. You're going to take the yarn up through there and you're going to pull it tight. That finger underneath keeps it flat. Put your thumb across the two seams and you just want the edges close to each other. You're not overlapping them at all. You're just catching in a space on the side as close to the edge as possible. And it's the same motion every time. Up through there, reasonably close together. You don't want any gaps, but you don't want to overcrowd it. You want it so that the yarn closes the gaps, but don't tug on it hard so you get puckering in the seam. I'll find some more things where I can show you how to start from an edge. But just keep lacing, keep moving your fingers down. The bigger, chunkier yarn is harder to sew together than the fine stuff. But once you've got the action going, you'll be able to manage anything. And that is flat. This is a much nicer way to do it than over sewing them together, because you get no seams at all showing on this. See, it is absolutely flat. And we just carry on going. I'll find some more examples for you as well. So let's have a look at starting off. This happens to be where I've cast off. If you're starting on a seam that hasn't got a tail already, I like to run that through from about there and leave the tail there so that it works back and secures itself. I don't like to put a little knot in it, but we have to make sure these ends go exactly together. And what you want to do is kind of a figure 8 loop on the end so that you catch both ends tight together. This is much easier to sew with than that great big thick one. And again, finger underneath, This is only a little tree decoration, so it doesn't need much. Let's bring that through there. It doesn't need much, it just needs a few stitches to secure it. You need your stitches closer together if you're working on the side seam of a jumper, obviously, because it's going to be around you and it's going to be pulled and stressed. But there, that finger underneath is keeping it flat. It's helping you put the needle through. I always go the same way, underneath on the edge, lace along. You might be able to see as it's fairly quick. But there, look, you see there's no seam inside, there's no bumps and there's no lumps. Let's find something else. These are my mittens I've just made. The pattern, if you like it, is in the download patterns on the website. It's to match the headband we did a few weeks ago. So again, it's really important that you don't have a bump in, a lumpy seam, because the last thing you want on the side of your hand that's going to irritate you is a lump. So make sure you're securing on the very end. Make sure that's tight. The advantage of fluffy yarn is that you can't see it as much. I have to hold my hands up to that one. And that's it. Simple. Straight down. Fairly tight together, because being on the side of a mitten, it's going to take a lot of strain. You want to pull it tight enough that the seams are going to stay together and not gape, but not as tight as the edges bunch up. Little tiny bits right on the edge each side, and again you see this. That's it. Inside, outside, no seams whatever. So I hope that helps a little bit with your sewing up. I know it's our least favourite job, and if you're anything like me, I finished these mittens 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't got round to sewing it up because we don't like doing that, do we? But there you go. If you get on with it, it's actually quite quick. Not too bad at all. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. This little video is brought to you as part of our virtual knitting circle. If you join our email list, every month you will get a free knitting pattern pop through your email box. And that's it. You don't have to do any further action. You get a free pattern. I also upload on YouTube a little walkthrough of the pattern, various little tweaks, twiddles and things you might need to know to make it easier for you. And a fortnight later, you get a technique video, usually builds on what we've just made, or it might be I discuss a design feature or something like that, just to build your knowledge bank and help you. If you want to go on and buy the kit, that's fantastic. It's all on the website. We have a website. If you want to buy yarns and wools from us, we'd be exceedingly grateful. We are a tiny little independent knitting shop doing the best to help you knit. See you soon.